Should I share it or should I send it to you, Anandi?
You can share it. That would be great.
Okay, I will share his bio.
Great. Welcome, everyone. Get started in just a moment. Right.
Okay, I will share then.
So I'll just do a little welcome, and then maybe Taraka, you can share Kanu's bio. Does that sound okay? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so welcome everyone. On behalf of PROUT Global, I would like to warmly welcome you to today's event. We're thrilled to have you join us for what promises to be a very insightful and engaging discussion. Today's event features a presentation followed by an open debate or open discussion between Kanhu Behura and you all. We encourage you to share your thoughts and questions during this discussion, as we believe your contributions will enrich the conversation. So we'll wait until after Kanhu presents to have questions. So before we dive in, please note that this event is being recorded and it will be available on our YouTube channel after the event, and you're welcome to share that link with others or revisit it at any time. The total duration will be 90 minutes, so our speaker will present and then we'll open the floor. At the end of the session, we will kindly ask you to complete a feedback form, which will help us improve future events. And we hope you enjoy this event. So I'm going to ask Taraka to read Kanhu Behura's bio, and then we'll jump in.
Okay, so Kanhu Charan Behura is a cooperative organizer and community leader based in Odisha, India. And Kanhu works closely with the Bari Adarsha Farmer Producers Cooperative, a grassroots initiative uniting over 3,500 farmers in the Jaipur district. Today, they cultivate pulses, oilseeds, and vegetables, striving for local self-sufficiency in essential food items. With a model that blends local processing for community consumption and strategic sales outside the region, the cooperative is a living example of PROUT in action, rooted in economic democracy, collective ownership, and regional resilience. In this session, Kanhu will share the cooperative's journey, how they organize, what challenges they face, and how thousands of small farmers are shaping a more just and regenerative local economy through cooperation. Welcome, Kanhu.
Namaskar, everybody. So I feel sincerely inspired and enlightened to see you all in this proud space. So what I was thinking, if there can be some questions related to cooperative, so I will try to answer. And let me give a small introduction. This is Kanhu Charan Behura. I'm a proud activist from Odisha, India. In the year 1990, December, I joined this PROUTist Universal, Well, I was a student leader in a leading college. So right from the beginning, I was very much inspired going through PROUT. PROUT can be the answer to many of the issues our society is facing. So right from the beginning, I was very much clear. I, so just after finishing my study in 1996, I I dedicated myself uh, and worked as a LFT, local full timer. I totally I had I gave my full time in Odisha. Another interesting thing is in the year 2009, I attended the PROUT Global Convention at Copenhagen. And by Baba's grace, actually, I was so much inspired. Till that, we were just busy in associating in a number of socio-cultural movements, socio-economic movements, many student movements, some movements on centered on local issues. Um, so after attending global convention at Copenhagen during 2009, so an inspiration came to our mind. Okay, let's do something towards proud in action. So till that period, we were all engaged in just organizing this several movements, socio-cultural, socio-economic movements in Odisha. And we got many student activists, more than 100 young social activists joined Proudist movements. And just after coming back from Denmark, we decided to focus our energy, our time, everything in developing a Proudist model in an in the one of the remotest area of Odisha. That's a tribal area. That is in Kanhu Charan district, one of the minerally richest district of Odisha, where poorest tribal majority are poorest tribals. So we around 10 young activists, we we shifted to that place and we started working with the community. That area being a tribal area, so people were so simple, so morally so much elevated. So they supported us, right? At the beginning, we organized series of popular programs. This social mobilization programs, just to have, just to make people believe that we are meant for them. Our young activists are meant for them. We are with them to develop them to solve their lowest living standard issue of this malnutrition, this poverty. So after 6 months of hard working, they believed us, and in the area being the people were so simple and so honest, so they could come together. They could understand their issues, and we started this centers of social awakening in most of the villages. Primarily, we covered 15 villages, 15 poorest of the poor villages. So we stayed with the people, we lived with them. So after 6 months of hard working, people believed us, they listened to us. Whatever we did, we everything in the line of Proutist principles. We mobilized them. We work with them, and after some time, they could understand. They could realize the fruits of working together. They could learn how to work together, how to share the resources together, and how to resolve the challenges, common challenges together. gradually we were able to make them understand all these basic points of Proutistic model. So, um, uh, so people, so there was agricultural lands. People were small land holdings, so they came forward and joined together. They collectively they started farming. Actually, they had no job with them. In a year, about 6 months, they were migrating outside in search of their livelihood. So our objective was to just make them self-sufficient in their basic living items, like food, because malnutrition was there to a larger extent. So area was very fertile, the lands were very fertile. So we um, taught them how to collectively farm their this agricultural land together. So they came together, they started cultivating their lands together, and the large scale vegetable farming we took up, and they were very much successful. So after 2 to 3 years of working with them, now they are more than 75% of the tribal youth. They are not migrating outside anymore. They are at least they are self-sufficient in growing their own vegetables, their own other staple food items. So that was the big achievement. And the um, adjacent villages, the people from adjacent villages also, they also came to learn. They also joined. This model was also replicated into surrounding villages. So now around about 30 villages, this Proutist model is implemented there. Many tribal women, tribal youth, they are self-employed, remaining in their own villages. You see, because the capitalistic framework is very difficult to completely make cooperative successful. But anyhow, at least they are self-sufficient in their own producing their own food items like this rice, this and other vegetables. So after the gaining experience from Keunjhar, so we decided to experiment it in one of my own areas. I belong to Jajpur district, one of the coastal district of Odisha, where all the these agroclimatic conditions, very favorable agroclimatic conditions are there. But the situation was so, if, most of the steps and vegetables, these pulses, uh, all were being imported from outside. Odisha was is depending on outside the surrounding the adjacent states like Andhra Pradesh for vegetable for and on Maharashtra for pulses and even for potato on West Bengal. Though there is sufficient scope in Odisha to produce all these items, Odisha can be easily a self-sufficient and self-reliant state in all these commodities related to our basic living needs. I mean, food, clothing, materials related to house building. Uh, Many of the things can be produced in Odisha. Odisha can be self-reliant state, but this capitalistic policy, this because this is very prevalent in Odisha. So agriculture sector is totally neglected here, and people are migrating outside. Most of the young people, the skilled youth, the educated youth of Odisha, they are migrating outside in search of their livelihood to faraway places like Delhi, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, out states. So this was the scenario. So during this corona outbreak, corona pandemic, during 2019-20, so we saw many more than a million youth, they returned back. They had migrated outside and they came back, sitting in homes idle because there was no work, no, all the factories were closed down. Um, and everywhere there is shutdown and yeah, so we decided to work with them. They are sitting idle at their home, so we decided to organize them in the block where now we are working. So we organize them, we organize series of meetings, and we try to convince them that at least they can work in their home, the small land holdings they have. If they can collectively, cooperatively, they can cultivate their lands together. They can produce their essential food items from their own land. So the corona outbreak helped us a lot to come closer to the people. So in the 2021, this um, discussions, this came to a fruitful model because more than the farmers, more than 3,500 farmers, now they are with this cooperative, producers cooperative, which we have formed. This Adarsha farmer, Bari Adarsha farmer producers company. So actually, this is a cooperative formed completely based on autistic principles, but there was some government bindings, so we had to register it under Companies Act. But the ideas, the principles, completely from followed from PROUT. So we at the beginning we formed this farmers team, farmer primary farmers cooperatives in the individual villages. So 52 villages are there. We started from working from only 10 villages. Now this has been expanded to 52 villages and around 52 villages and covering 3,551 farmers. So through our Proutistic this education cooperative concept, our all trainings, all awareness programs completely was based on Proutistic cooperative guideline. So farmers are now encouraged to collaborate to share their resources. They tackle their common challenges together, and they exchange their agricultural knowledge and local practices amongst them. So, because in Odisha, the blocks, there are 314 blocks, and the block where we are working, that is Bari, is one of those. So it's a block, and more than 2 lakh population are there. I mean, 40,000, around 40,000 households are there. So out of 40,000 household, more than 50%, I mean 20,000 household are completely they depend on agricultural economy for their livelihood. So we are working in 52 villages only and covering these 3,551 farmers. Those who um, accepted us completely, wholeheartedly, the Proutistic principles, Proutistic guidelines completely. So we have accommodated them. They have given their share money. They have taken their membership from the cooperative. Now we are producing because they were not producing vegetables and pulses earlier, though there was sufficient scope for that. They're only producing paddy. Then after paddy, 3 times paddy from their land and importing um, vegetables, pulses, and this oil seed from outside. So the area was one of the backward areas of Odisha. So we work there, work with these people. Now, gradually, the numbers went on increasing, and now 3,551 farmers are in our cooperative. So now, at least the Bari block, 40,000 population, and the local markets. There are four big markets. Now, the vegetable which we are producing is totally flooded in the local markets. The local people are consuming, and another good aspect of our initiative is that we are slowly switching over from this chemical farming to organic. We have educated farmers to reduce using these chemical pesticides, this manures and other insecticides, and we have taught them how to produce these organic manures, organic fertilizers, these biofertilizers, and whatever they do it cooperatively. Now they are producing their own. They have started producing their indigenous seed because they've almost forgotten using their local seed, and they were not producing. We have revived the indigenous seed production system, and organic fertilizers or biofertilizers, the organic pesticides also. Now our cooperative farmers, the women of the families, they have started producing these organic inputs in a large scale, and these farmers, they purchase and use these locally produced and organically produced these inputs like fertilizers and other insecticides and herbicides. And another outcome is, at least we are moving in the direction of this gaining self-sufficiency in pulses. You see, in Bari block there are more than 2 lakh population. So the block itself is a huge market. So gradually we have started this processing. I mean, value addition of local raw materials, because previously there were this exploitative middlemen. Whatever farmers were producing, these middlemen used to compel the farmers to sell their produces in a very cheaper rate. So, but after this cooperative initiative by our proutists, the farmers now have got better bargaining power. They have their cooperative itself now this procures their own raw materials, and we are selling at good prices. But very recently, we have started processing a part of the produces, and the farmers themselves, they have purchased their uh, tractor, power tiller, and other agricultural implements out of their own income, collective whatever income they earn, and a small part they were saving, and now they have been able to purchase some tractors, power tiller, and other implements, and also for processing their raw materials like this black gram, green gram, and this oil seed like mustard and groundnut. Now they have started processing. Yes, very small scale. Um, we have started, but it will take a big shape in a very near future. We have planned everything. The farmers are encouraged, and their children, I mean the educated youth from farmers' families now, some of them are also accommodated in this venture, and they are also earning something. And the most important part is that previously whatever oil, whatever consumable items they were purchasing from outside, that was mostly adulterated. Oil is totally adulterated. So farmers, they are working hard and they are suffering from many fatal diseases like diabetic and other diseases, because these adulterated food items, these adulterated oil, so they are consuming, they are producing pure produces raw material, agricultural raw produces, but consuming the processed adulterated food. They are producing mustard and they are consuming mustard oil of one very adulterated mustard oil. So now we have educated them to produce their at least whatever they consume, they produce from their uh, own small scale this processing unit we have started. You know, everything was is from their saved money. They have purchased two number of these one hot pressed oil mill and one cold pressed oil mill recently, very recently they have purchased. They have started processing, and gradually the other blocks, people from other surrounding blocks and other villages, they are also showing their interest. Why not come and teach us to start the similar way? So we have gradually we have started expanding our initiative, and the challenges part are because you see in a country like India and Odisha, the political people, the political leaders, they are very much corrupt and they are not pro people at all. So they are all the policies which they are framing totally against the interest of these rural people and the farmer community. Uh, so this is the challenge. This is big challenge. Local politicians, they also poke their nose. Previously, these political parties, the political people, they were poking their nose in cooperative business, and that is the main reason for which cooperative was used to fail. But we have done everything very democratically. People are well aware of the guidelines of cooperatives, and so people are now very strong and together. So we are guiding them, we are educating them, and we have started elevating their moral standards also, because for the successful of because there is need of moral standard, high moral standard for the successful success of cooperatives, which is yoga meditation programs. Regular interval we used to organize for the young farmers and the children of the farmers. So in the process, many boys and girls of these farmers, many sons and daughters of the farmers, now they are with us. They have joined our initiative. They understand us, and they are also with us. So and similarly, we work on two fronts. One is a movement, and one is development. So this is a development initiative which I spoke about, the Proutistic model of development, because many youth are there, those who are very much interested in developing their entrepreneurship, at their remaining in their own areas. So we have started teaching them Proutistic way of entrepreneurship, because there are capitalistic way of developing entrepreneurship and socialistic way. So we have started guiding them, teaching them the Proutistic way of entrepreneurship, which is mostly cooperative based, promoting economic democracy and spirit of working together, sharing the benefits together. All these values we are implementing here, but because the government is very much apathetic to this, and their better interest is hampered. So the local politicians, they sometimes they create obstacles, hindrances, but the local administration, the officials, they see that this model is working very well. So they are cooperating. That's a big achievement. Local agriculture officials, agricultural scientists, they are helping us, and they are also um, learning from us, from our initiative, because even they spend hundreds of crores of rupees in a year for developing agriculture sector, but they fail. But with a small investment, small initiative, we are so much successful. At least the people involved, their families are getting pure food at their own from their own fields, own land, and now they are getting. They are just very soon they will. Most of the local families, they will get pure oil out of their own oil processing unit, and all the farmers, they will get these organic inputs produced by the local women. Many hundreds of women now, they have from these farmer families, they have joined us, and we have supported them. This cooperative initiative supports them to produce these organic inputs like organic fertilizer, biofertilizers. And so this is a completely integrated project, right from this input, production, processing, and consumption. All these aspects are taken care of uh, in this. So that's all in brief about the work we are doing here, and and I am very much grateful to you all, to the organizers of the ProutSpace. You have given me a scope to share my um, work and have experience. So now uh, uh, you can put some questions. Namaskar.
Namaskar. Thank you, Kanhu.
Namaskar.
Wonderful, wonderful work to hear about. Thank you very much. I'm gonna let Dada Mahesh Prananda ask his question. Dada, we're not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
Namaskar. Namaskar, Dada.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Brother Kanhu, we are very, very inspired by your work, and we want to thank you for all that you've done. I had two questions, actually. The one is whether the middlemen, the businessmen who are losing due to the cooperatives, and whether the political leaders you mentioned, how much trouble are they giving you? Are they threatening you? Are they interfering with the work of the cooperatives? And the second question was actually, how are you deciding when people join the cooperatives? How do you determine how much of the produce they're receiving, how much of the income they're receiving? How do you manage that?
Yeah, Dada. Thank you, Dada. Dadaji, yes, first question, the local politicians, these middlemen, they, at the beginning, they were creating very trouble, and they did so much nuisance you can imagine. But as people came forward, these people are now they are together. So, and these middlemen, they could understand key, yes, that they cannot challenge us now because we are a strong force there. So even politically also, we are very much strong. Many of the opposition parties, they come with us, they support us. Some ruling party, because the politician, leaders, so they want to take mileage out of this. When we are successful, they poke their nose. Okay, but people are so strong, so no, you remain at your place, and whatever lacuna there, people are charging. People are when they come, people are charging. Why don't you this make cold stores for us, because there are no cold stores. If the large scale vegetable are being produced, there are no cold stores. But now they have started this just constructing some cold store houses in our area. 2, 3 places they have started doing.
Oil.
Yes,
When
and second is this what what this some sons and daughters of these our cooperative member farmers, now they are expert in maintaining these accounts and these computers. Some are experts in digital management, some are competent in accounts. So we have hired them. We are paying very small little amounts to them. So they keep all the amounts, whatever, how much they are investing, right from the plowing the field, watering, this procuring input and applying all these calculations. We have got 2 offices in the area, so they keep all the records, everything, and we strictly is monitored by our PROUT.
and you say the women are helping to produce the organic fertilizer and the organic insecticide. This is like an agro industry.
Yes, sir. In very slow scale we have started, but we are very much successful because these women self-help groups are there, and these women are all belong to these farming families. Okay, so they are getting some funds from banks, but they were just busy sublending the amounts, doing nothing. But when we educated them and they saw the benefits, so they took interest and they have started 3 big self-help groups of women. They have taken up this, and 10 lakh rupees has been sanctioned from some government schemes just to produce this organic manures and insecticides. And we have provided them trainings. We invited the experts, resource persons. They trained, now they have trained us, and they have since 4 months they have started producing, and we are giving a brand name of our own cooperative, and our own members are procuring that. Our own farmer members are there purchasing. So slow scale we have started, but it will take a big step very near future.
Thank you.
Namaskar, Dada. I'd like to ask what kind of natural anti-parasites are you utilizing? Because here in Italy, we need strongly these new natural products because there is much pollution. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What kind of natural anti-parasites are you utilizing?
Yeah. In Odisha, in India, mostly this cow dung and the waste, the kitchen waste from the kitchen, and this neem trees,
Neem.
the neem trees leaf, and some herbs, locally grown herbs. That works very wonderful, in a very wonderful way, without
One thing
harming the. And
I
now
would like
recently
to.
there are many scientific techniques of controlling the insects and the diseases, like this pheromone trap and this light trap they are using. So we have also started this procuring those things also, because people are no more interested in maintaining cows. So it's difficult always to get this cow dung and cow urine, and which are the major ingredients in producing these herbicides and insecticides.
I would like to make business with you on this natural anti-parasites.
Yes.
Because here neem is very costly. It is $100 per liter,
Oh,
so
in here, very cheap,
any products, any products, natural products you are utilizing, we can utilize here also, but they are not able to produce it. So I would like to make
Yeah,
business. for
yeah,
the
yeah,
time
yeah.
being.
We'll touch that. I will share everything with you.
Thank you
How we
very
are.
much.
Thank you.
Namaskar. So we have a question in the chat. I believe it's from Alokadeva. He says, what strategies, or maybe Taraka, there are two proudest universals with the same, with two different people. The question is, what strategies have been most effective in maintaining trust and solidarity among the 3,500 farmers over time?
Yes, Didi, namaskar. Didi, actually, we belong to the area itself. My native is in the area. Since long, we have been doing a lot of social activity. You know, this anti-liquor campaign, because people are getting addicted and the government is spreading the liquor. So a very strong people's movement was initiated by a proutist in Odisha, by our people. So the area was famous where we introduced prohibition of liquor. We enforced prohibition. So many good works already we have done in the area. So people know us. And in this cooperative, when people saw ki this is they get better benefit out of this cooperative initiative, because the previously much of their lands were not utilized at just lying fallow. So after getting involved in this cooperative, now their lands are utilized and leading to better income. And simultaneously, we used to regularly conduct this. This Jagaran Patsala in India. Jagaran Patsala means classes for social awakening, for moral awakening, spiritual practices. What is the purpose of life, and how to embrace all irrespective of all discriminations. Simultaneously, many good activities we are conducting in the area itself. So people understand now, they are elevated to some extent, and when they see that their children are also taken care of, we are also counseling their children for proper education, and how to keep physically fit, mentally strong, spiritually elevated. Many colleges and local schools, colleges, we are covering, giving free meditation classes, yoga classes. So it's a total holistic work. So people are a little elevated.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we have another question in the chat from Maya Tita, who asks, do the cooperatives have employees for either administration or labor?
Yes. We have four main staffs, like the two accountants and one CEO also we have hired, one CEO. He monitors everything. He's a very experienced businessman and belongs to Proutistic background. So he is there, and another 3 to 4, the total 8 staffs are there, and most of them are from this farmers community. These member farmers, they are educated children. They are trained, and they are accommodated in this, and small salary being provided to them, not much. And many landless laborers also there are, because previously what was happening, some farmers are there who are having very large patches of land holding, but they are just keeping it fallow, not cultivating, not able to cultivate, because they are family these male people are migrated outside, having job outside, and then from the same villages, some people are totally landless. they are also migrating outside for just labor work. So many villages, we have accommodated these landless laborers in the cooperative. So they work in the field and they get their wage, daily wage. And we have developed a process, and out of the profit also, they get some incentive also. We call it incentive, some incentive, so that they feel this cooperative, this venture is also belong to them. The more they will work harder and the more they will get incentive. So the local landless laborer also incorporated in the this farming.
May I ask another question, please? You were speaking about movement, development, but this should have a social activities base. That means, first of all, you develop a school social activities, helping the people with Anandamarga activities. Then you create movement and then development also in the agriculture sphere. So you have a strong, Anandamarga activities first. Is it true or not?
Yes, yes, that's true. Because since long we are there, our strong presence is there. So we have done a lot for the local people there. Because that area being a natural calamity prone area, because this flood, cyclones frequently affect the area. So every time any calamity, we are the first organization to do this relief activities very large scale. And this yoga meditation classes are going on in the colleges and local schools throughout the year. And many more social issues like this anti-liquor campaign, this local language and culture movement. In Odisha, Odia language is not yet accepted as the government language. So that movement also was started in Odisha by our PROUT. So that area is very active area, because during freedom movement, the area was one of the main area which produced many more freedom fighters. And some people also actually they were shooted during freedom movement. Many people died there fighting for independence. So that's it. We have done a lot of activity, and we are continuously, along with these farming activities, we do all the social activities. So people trust us, and their children are also getting benefit out of this. So they are together. But many things we have to do there, because many challenges are also there. So we are trying to sort it out, because in a capitalistic framework, Odisha, it is a state of it is a richest state in terms of natural resources. Most of the minerals, I think, the iron, iron, chromite, bauxite, dolomite, almost all the manganese, all the it's full of the reservoir of resources, rich reservoir of all these resources. But the poorest people are living in Odisha. So this is the irony. So, many times, many movements also take place in Odisha, and we Proutists used to give direction to the movements. We are the core of the center of the different movements. So our strong identity is there.
I promise last question. When you speak about movements, are you speaking about mission movements or external movements? Farmers movement, workers movement, spontaneous movement, or within PROUT framework?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We don't name it PROUT movement. I'm just explaining. I took for a name of PROUT, but the movement like this NISA, anti-liquor campaign, that is in the name of NISA Nivaran Abhiyan.
Okay.
And this language movement, this is being done on front of Utkal Samaj, the Samaj movement front. So like this, but
So
everything in
you are,
the line of Proutistic principles.
yeah, you are trying to infiltrate this movement. Sorry, this is not a correct word, but you are cooperating with those movements and giving PROUT guidelines to those. Is
Yes,
it
yes,
true like that?
yes, that is
Okay, okay. I thank you because we have the same approach in Italy. For example, with the farmers, we cooperate with 50, around 50 farmers organizations, and we try to give Proutist ideas. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Does anyone else have a question or a comment? If not, I can ask one. I'm wondering, can you, as someone who's been so instrumental and so present as a leader in all of this work, what are some of the things that you have found the most inspiring or that you have learned through all of these years of organizing work? You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. So actually we are in a team, very strong team. I mean, because when I was a student leader during 90s, we had strong reach in almost all the colleges and universities of this coastal part of Odisha. So we got many youth who became WTs, sannyasis, and some worked as LFT. So at least 35 full-time local full-timers are with us. We have created. We are supporting them through this. So we are working with a team. Really. So because of the team, it is all possible. No doubt, because Baba's guideline, proud guideline is there, but a team, strong team is there.
How many people in the team? Sorry.
And a total, in many places, 4 or 5 places we are working. In this Bari, we are 12. We are 12 boys and girls, altogether 12. Total monitoring and covering all this. 12, we are 12. And another there, around 22 dedicated youths and LFTs. Actually, from 30th, yes, from 30th April to 4th May, there is a special training program for this our core team. All these 35, where our Dada Rameswaranand, this Rajesh Singh, and all Ganesh Bhatt will be there. So we'll have a special training, 5 days training for all these hours. In a Koraput, in the southern, one of the in the southernmost district of Odisha. So the district is full of natural resources like bauxite and other mineral resources. But most of the poorest people live in the district. And big steel giants, these aluminum giants of international level, they are totally controlling the area. They are just digging away the happening of the resources, doing nothing for the local people. So we have got some good contacts there. So we are going to have our training there. Some action program will be there. Some service activities will be there during the camp. So we are all going there. 30th to 4th. So continuously.
Last question. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, Dada, please.
Excuse me, Kanyuchi. You said that you are making, you're collecting seeds. You're making indigenous local seeds. And can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. What we found, this corporate houses, these capitals, they have totally very systematically they have totally this hijacked the system now. Previously, farmers used to produce the produced and keeping their locally these indigenous seeds. But this green revolution, everything this took away, this snatched away all these practice, old practice, traditional practices. But when we found the indigenous seeds, still some farmers they are producing in different parts of the remotest, the poorest farmers, the backward farmers, the living in the remotest villages. They even still depend on the indigenous seeds only. So we are promoting those seeds. We are promoting, we are supporting the farmers to produce more and more, and we are preserving the seeds and again sharing to the farmers. So at least 10 varieties of indigenous seeds now we have preserved. And now the local government has started to, they are also started promoting the producing local seeds, production of local seeds. This BJP government.
Thank you. And the seeds are what are they? Vegetable seeds or what kind of seeds are they?
These pulses, vegetable also, but
Pulses
mostly
like
pulses.
lentils, yes. And
Yes, lentils, this green gram and black gram. This is a
okay.
very large scale green gram and this ragi also, ragi. The millet, one of the best, very nutritious millets, ragi.
Millets and
Yes,
the
millet.
lentils. Thank you. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
thank you.
Excuse me, in how many years could you develop at this level the movement?
Dada, we are working since last this Bari where we are working now. We are focusing 2021. During this Corona outbreak, we started concentrating in the area. We have got a very nice a patch of large patch of land. Some people have donated us. We have made our training center and a integrated farming center. Near about 21 acres of land in the center of the block. So, during this only 4 to 5 years, we have developed this cooperative, this producers, very others farmers cooperative. So this is taking a big step now. And other activities we have been doing since long. Social activities, these social movements and everything. And also you might have idea regarding this PBI, Proutist Bloc India. We are also connected with that because socio-economic, cultural, socio-spiritual, and socio-political also. Because we see we are only doing good works. Good people are associating us, but the immoralist people, the vested interest, they are taking over. They are gaining this leader. They are taking leadership. So at least we should have some moralist leadership, some good people to be prepared systematically and to fight the elections also, democratic fight as there is guideline in PROUT. So Proutist Bloc India has also got very good base in Odisha. Recently, on 19th and 20th, there was a national convention of Proutist Bloc India, and most of the participants were from Odisha. Around 60 participants from Odisha.
Right. Another question, please, which is essential for us to understand, because now we got only a headquarter in Italy, but somebody is telling to create a movement, you should set an example. You should get, for example, a big farm just to show how to operate. Is it true, according to your experience, that you should have first your cooperatives, your farmers, your farm, etc., or we can create a movement without those?
Yes, yes. You see that in Odisha there was a very strong movement. But just before this 2019, general election, there was very big farmers movement in the name of Navanirman Krishak Sangathan. So many of the movement leaders are our friends. So what they did, their slogan was price, prestige, and pension. They were demanding price, prestige, and pension for farmers. So what happened? The movement grew a lot, and a time came when 10 lakh, 1 million farmers were getting assembled in one big meetings, and government was compelled to stop them coming to Bhubaneswar, stop them in their own districts, utilize thousands of police officials. But what happened? 2019 there was general election. So these demands, these farmer movement were demanding price, prestige, and pension. Pension of 5,000, 10,000 rupees. So what these political parties did, the ruling government during that period, they declared 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees in a year in a new scheme. They declared, and all the most of the farmers, they again casted their votes in the favor of ruling party. 5-6 years, the movement, the farmers started their movement, and just before election, some cheap scheme totally they sabotaged the movement, and they declared they gave only 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees in a year in the name of that scheme, and farmers again casted their vote. They re-elected the same political party re-elected to power, and the situation of farmers remained as same as before. Nothing changed. So unless there is Proutistic guideline, the farmers, the people involved in the movement, unless they are socially, economic, and politically educated, what should be their demand, and where lies the ultimate solution to their issues? So there cannot be any sustainable movement, because what we observe, many of the movements, the result again supporting, I mean, the result goes in favor of the establishment. The establishment which exploited them a lot, and the result again goes in favor of them. So we have to think seriously. So we have to well educate the people before launching a movement. So we are doing that. We are starting Jan Jagaran Pathshalas. The Center for Social Awakening for Common People in many villages, where we teach the every week 2-3 times in the evening. We used to conduct classes. What is democracy? What should be the government like, and what should be the agriculture policy of our state? Where lies the solution to the burning issues? Everything we used to be, so that people get a new idea, new sense of consciousness. So these things need to be done in a large scale. Very small scale we are able to do, because with all limitations we are working. Though we have got a dedicated band of young people, but many limitations are there, resources, and many things, shortcomings are there. Still, we are moving in the right direction there.
Thank you very much.
Can I ask a question about seeds?
Please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Are you also doing systematic research on local seeds? Which seed can withstand like insects, and which seeds grow best? Things like that. Do you have like test fields for this kind of research?
We don't have, but the local administration, there are KVKs, Krishi Vigyan Kendra, Center for Agriculture Research in many of the blocks at the rural level. So we used to take help of the local agricultural scientists, and we motivate them so that they help us, and they easily find out which seeds are climate resilient seeds. Because most of the governments of India, these different states, they have also started thinking in our line. Which seed should be produced and preserved, and it should be climate resilient. It should be insect resilient. All these, they are helping us. We don't have our own, but
Okay.
we are taking their help.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Dada, Maheshwarananda, you have another question?
Yeah. Yes, Kanhu, I wanted to ask you, what are the biggest obstacles that you're facing now? And the people, do they like everything in PROUT, or are there any things in PROUT that are troubling for the people that they may not accept?
Yeah. That's the you see the price. There is most of the problems are centered around the price, because the prices are prices of different products are the producers are decided by the government sitting far away places in Bhubaneswar and Delhi. Like paddy prices is fixed by price fixing commission sitting at Delhi. So
Patty, I'm sorry, Patty, you mean rice?
rice, yeah,
Rice,
and
of
even
course.
the vegetable, this lentils, all the prices are fixed by the people sitting at far places. So they have nexus this big capitalists, these middlemen, and these politicians, these bureaucrats. They work hand in hand. Okay, so that's the main problem. Oh, you see, this time what happened? We produced large scale vegetable very nicely. We produced, and 60% use of these chemicals we totally abandoned that. We used 30% first. We reduced, then another 30%, 60% chemical fertilizer and pesticides we reduced and organized it. So much tasty the vegetables were, but we were compelled to sell at lower prices, because one cauliflower costed at least 3 rupees, and from Kolkata and Andhra Pradesh the cauliflower flooded in our market and sold at the price of 2 rupees. So because the existing policy of the government is so defective. Government gives slogan ki vocal for local. Our prime minister gives a slogan vocal for local, and simultaneously in the same time they're telling ki one nation one market, and both the two things are totally contradicting to each other. When the local produces are not being sold in our own market at proper prices, and the same product from outside is coming here and being sold in cheaper prices. Similar the situation of this oil seed. You see, the oil we are producing very pure oil, because we produce and we consume. So this is slogan: let us grow and consume our own food. So this is the slogan in Odia, very catchy slogan, and the educated people they understand, but the rural people, the very illiterate, so they get the same mustard oil very lesser prices, like 160 rupees per liter, and our oil 1 liter cost around 290 rupees. So we are trying to educate them ki even if our oil is costly, but it is pure, and our in the process our own educated youth are to be get employment, are to be employed in the locality. So price remains our own area, the money remains our own area, it's not going out. So this is the way we're trying to educate, but challenges are always in the time during the time of selling our product.
And question, those cauliflower that are imported from Calcutta, for example, are they subsidized? Does
Yes,
the government?
yes,
I'm
yes.
sorry?
They sell it only 2 rupees. Kolkata cauliflower is sold in our market. You see, the cauliflower covers thousands of, more than 500 kilometers to reach Odisha, and they are able to sell it in 2 rupees per piece. And our own farmers producing the same product, and it is 3 rupees per piece. Had there been policy to, yeah, had there been a policy ki only local produce will be allowed to be sold in the local market. So people are naturally people, but that's a consumable item. People want this, so people will automatically purchase. Na? They will not bargain. But when the outside producers are sold in cheaper prices, so that is the main problem. And this is the defective policy of the government.
Yeah, you know, we have the
Middlemen
same
and
situation in Italy. Products coming from abroad, they are lowering the prices of the local products. Second one, there is a centralization of fixing the prices. The government is fixing the prices, sometimes below the cost of production. So there is the same situation. If you find any good solution, please tell to us.
yes, Dada. Dada, so as far as the self-sufficiency is concerned, so there is, but commercial part we are failing. So far, we are not very small in some products. We are successful, and like tomato, some vegetable we are earning good profits, and these pulses also we are getting a good. Farmers are getting very good income. These pulses, because the government has fixed the pulses price is good. So good profit. But vegetable, during vegetable, farmers are suffering now. So, but self-sufficiency, for self-sufficiency is okay. But if you commercially produce in a large scale, so there is the difficulty. But some vegetables like purple, this bottle gourd, and so the perfect timing is also another factor. Our farmers are producing the purples, this watermelon at a very perfect time. So market price is very good. So they earn good profit. But when same products are coming from outside and being sold cheaper prices, so they are a little bit problem. So we will have a movement once let us grow a little bit more, and we will have a movement. We will not allow any outside product which is produced in our own locality. We cannot. We will not allow. The farmers' movement will be there. We will not allow the same producers from outside. Nobody can purchase
Very good.
same products from outside to sell in our market. So that way also we are educating the local youths. The time is coming. We'll start the movement.
Great. Thank you.
It's so wonderful to see the cross collaboration conversation between India and Italy, the farmers in India
Thank
and
you.
Italy.
I feel greatly enlightened by talking to many enlightened people, many great people, Dadaji and
You know,
Maheshwarananda and all senior
the,
proutists. Really, I feel really blessed, Dada.
there is a competition. When Baba came to Fieschi in Europe, in Switzerland, somebody asked Baba, where first PROUT will start? He told it will start in a country which name is starting with I. So there is Ireland, Italy,
And
India.
India, yes.
Okay. So
Thank
very
It
you.
nice.
sounds like both of at least the work that both Italy and India is doing in terms of farmer cooperatives is on the right track.
We
And there are
copy
many
from India.
intellectuals. Yeah, Dada, I am attending many big conventions of agriculture scientists. What Baba told 50, 60 years back. Now the present scientists, whether you take the case of this water conservation, and this integrated farming, ideal farming. Now the uh, present scientists, agriculture scientists, they are just trying to touch a little part of our problem. And Baba has given everything in detail. Which plant to be grown lakeside, riverside, everything, Baba. But this I'm attending and I am thinking, they are spending crores of rupees just to find out the ways, and Baba has given the solution in total in black and white. So we have to
You know,
make our future.
if you like to laugh a little bit, we give an idea of creating, for example, 2,000 small lakes in every small region, no, or province that we have, to the
Yes.
central, what is called committee for water and what is called development scheme, no? So they copy the project, and they are because they are trade unions, national trade unions. They started to propagate the idea of creating 20,000 lakes all over Italy now, no? But what is the main question is that they are financed by the government. So they are copying us and they are getting the money themselves, not us.
Yes.
So it is not, anyway.
The same situation prevails everywhere.
Kanhu, are you still working with the tribal people that you started with?
Yes, Dada, we are still working, and we have created many dedicated youths there. They are taking care of their own communities now. And this time, this last Gram Panchayat election, the local Panchayat election, we have 6 candidates have won Panchayat election. They are mukhias. They are representing, but they are facing many difficulties from the the existing big political people. But they are doing very nicely, and we have got strong base there. That's a successful model. Most of the NGOs, big NGOs, now they are following the same model which we implemented 10 years back. So that is
Thank
going
you.
on very nicely.
Thank you.
This is wonderful discussion. We have
Thank
about
you.
15 minutes left. So are there any other questions or comments from others in the call?
Namaskar, Dada. Namaskar, everybody. Dada, I'm very happy to hear everything you're sharing. And in our conversations, I heard that you had a PBI meeting recently, and you mentioned a little bit about the PBI. I'm wondering what if you can give an idea of what are the size and the activities that the protest bloc of India are involved in nowadays.
Yeah. That is Proutist block India, not of Proutist block. Baba had told ki that's Proutist block India, Proutist block USA, Proutist block like this. So actually PBI, you see the political in India as per the provisions laid down in constitution, political parties were formed just to their primary duty was to awaken people to make people educated socially, economic, and politically. But they didn't do that. Rather, the political parties they just confused people to gain power. Since last 75 years, the same situation is going. Anyhow, to gain the election and then exploit for the next 5 years. And once they are elected to power, they forget the voters, common voters, and they start working for these mafias, these corporate houses, capitalists, and like this. So the main duty of PBI, when PBI was re-registered, it was deregistered there, and when we tried and became successful in re-registering, because his name was given by Baba himself. So our main is consciousness agenda, because unless people are aware, awakened socially, political, and economically, so we cannot just like gain power by doing platform politics, by confusing people, by giving high-sounding speeches from political platforms. So we are mainly that we are working at the grassroots. We are not so much successful, but slowly this is also taking shape. The political minded people they are also joining, and this time we took strong resolution. At least the major issues we should have, being a political party, we should behave like a political party, should act like a political party to as per our ability. So Bihar election is coming up in next 6 months, like September, October. They will have their assembly election. So Bihar was one of our very senior Proutists, A.K. Bhaskar Dada, and a team of intellectuals. He has able to associate them with PBI. So they have started working, and we are also preparing to give our time there. Bihar being a state, being a agriculturally developed state, but poorest people are living. In India, Bihar is the poorest state. Even though there are tremendous opportunity for agricultural economy, Bihar can feed half of India's population, as told by Baba. So, what should be our vision, political vision for India and for Bihar? So that should be the outline should be presented in a very systematical manner. And many issues are happening where we are silent, Proutists are silent. We are not giving our opinion, our statement. So we have decided any major issue, immediately PBI will have its remark or statement on the issues. So economic democracy, this cooperative, government of India this time they have for cooperation department very nicely and giving the charge of cooperation department to the country's home minister Amit Shah. But what we found their sole objective is to just have hold on the existing cooperatives, because other Congress party was in power for more than 50 years. So they are having a strong hold on the grassroots cooperatives. So Home Minister has taken the responsibility of strengthening cooperative. So all is done with just political intention, just to have hold and gain political power. But PBI will expose all these things and will clearly and very systematically present our ideas on different major issues concerning social, economic, and political realm of people of India. So a team has been formed, think tank, under the chairmanship of this Ganesh Bhatt from Karnataka and A.K. Bhaskar. And I am also part of the team. So we'll work out on the issues and prepare the presentation. So mostly our work will be on raising the socio-economic political consciousness of people of India in a Proutistic line. And 4-5 states we are gaining momentum in Odisha, in Jharkhand, in Bihar, and in some northern states like India. And from some people from Rajasthan also, they have joined and they are taking interest. The next year, national convention will be hosted by Rajasthan, Jaipur. People of that area, they declared this time. So slowly, gradually, we are expanding and gaining momentum now.
Thank you very much.
Is the same language spoken in all the areas that you're working in, Kanhu ji?
Language. Yes. There are actually Odisha, the previous chief minister who was in power for 25 years, so could not speak Odia language. You see, so we started very strong movement and Gherawing the chief minister himself in the year 2014, and at least 10 to 12 times we went to jail. All our PROUT activists. It was in the name of Samaj Andolan. So government was compelled to form a special department, language, culture, and literature department, and they have framed some language laws of language, but they are not implementing it. But now the BJP government has taken over recently, so they are doing something. But you see the farmers, what in our area we did, the farmers, most of the farmers are illiterate. So in order to get any government help already declared by the government for farmers, the farmer has to register their name first. But the registration form is in English language. In order to register the name, the farmer has to take help of somebody who knows English language. So we did a massive movement in our area, and we approached the block officials, district officials, and we translated the form. We ourselves made the form in Odia language and given to the departments. And now they are circulating the forms in Odia. At least farmer can write the details and register their name. So language movement also is controlled by PROUTista in Odisha, and we are getting successful.
So
Thank
you
you.
are
We are very much
saying,
inspired, Dada Maheshwaran, Dada, your book that beyond after capitalism, that inspired a lot. How to start movements, how to systematically build up movements, and the guideline given in your book, Dada, that inspired a lot. We used to follow always the guidelines, Dada. That helped us a lot. Our
Kanhu,
culture,
you are
our
saying,
strength in Odia. Yes, Dada.
you are
And
saying
our
also
slogan is
that,
yeah.
go,
Our
go, go,
slogan is
go.
Dada, our identity, our language. In Odia, Amar Bhasa, Amar Parichiti, and our culture, our strength, our Sanskriti, Amar Shakti, and our resources, our progress. Amar Sambal, Amar Pragati. In Odia, this is the slogan. Very popular slogan, Dada. Very catching people's mind.
Can you repeat that? What is your slogan again?
Amar Bhasa, Amar Parichiti. Amar Bhasa, Amar Parichiti. In English, our language, our identity. In Odia, Amar Bhasa, Amar Parichiti. Our culture, our strength. In Odia, Amar Sanskriti, Amar Shakti. Amar Sanskriti, Amar Shakti. And our resources, our progress. Amar Sambhala, Amar Pragati. Amar Bhasa, Amar Parichiti. Amar Sanskriti, Amar Shakti. And Amar Sambhala, Amar Pragati. This is the very catchy slogan. Now, very popular slogan in Odisha.
Thank you.
So you are saying also that to reach your level of movement, we should go to to prison at least 10 times.
Welcome.
Okay.
Yeah, administration, among administration, we are very popular. Whenever there is any movement, any these catchy movements, we are in the front. Always we remain in the front. And this language movement, this anti-liquor campaign, these two strong popular movements in Odisha is led by PROUTista.
Excuse me, my ignorance. I heard a few times the litter movement. What kind of movement is it? Sorry.
Liquor means this nasa, this liquor, anti-liquor
Oh,
movement.
liquor.
Yeah, liquor. Because government
Alcohol,
itself is
alcohol.
promoting
Alcohol. Oh,
alcohol. Yeah,
liquor.
anti-alcohol. Yes. Yeah,
Anti-alcohol. Okay,
anti-alcohol.
okay.
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Great.
Okay, everyone. So we're coming towards the close. I want to thank everyone here for their participation, and especially to you, Kanhu. It's been really inspiring to hear about all the work
Thank
that
you. Thank you. Nice.
Thank you very much.
and
Last thing. You told our culture is our strength or what?
Yes.
that I think
Our
Dada
Sanskruti.
Mahesh Fernanda just put it in the chat. Our language is
Oh,
our
great.
identity, our culture is our
Yes, yes.
strength, our resources is our progress.
Great.
And
Thank you
Odia
very
culture,
much.
the Odisha's culture is one of the most ancient culture. This culture is mostly spiritual culture, very rich culture.
Lovely. So Talia has put the feedback form for this session in the chat. So if you would kindly fill out the feedback form, that will help us improve future events. But mostly we just want to thank everyone for being here. And we have our next ProutSpace on May 31st, where we'll be learning about the PROUT projects and movements in Brazil. And other than that, you can follow our Proudest Universal social medias on Instagram and YouTube to learn more about upcoming opportunities. We have a global training starting in September that will start to market very soon. So keep your eye open for that. But we just want to thank you so much, Kanhu, for your time and your effort and being
Thank you
It
to
was
you all.
Yeah,
Thank you to you all. Dada,
great
namaskar.
inspired. Namaskar.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar, everybody. Thank you.
Take care.